Hey guys, it's Bruce from Global Facts. Everyone knows that we have a huge cultural barrier between Asia and Western countries, including this global pandemic. Coronavirus, or it's called COVID-19. Unlike many Asian countries, a lot of people in Western countries don't wear masks for a long time, and some countries are showing tremendous number of cases, like Brazil and the US, with millions of cases. Are you curious about the reactions to this pandemic in Western countries? We hit the street of Vancouver to find out. Where are you from? How long have you been in Canada?
Okay, I'm from a country called Swaziland, and I've been in Canada for 3 years.
I've been here my whole life, so 17 years.
So I moved to Vancouver about 8 years ago.
I was born here, and I live in the neighborhood. Like, I live right across there.
I moved from the U.S.
I'm from Ireland originally. I'm here over 30 years.
I'm from Ontario, and yeah, I'm also from Ontario. We've been here since, well, we've been in Canada our whole lives, but we just moved to BC in a year ago, August.
Do you think we should wear masks in public?
I think if I was in an area that was a high risk area, probably. I haven't given it much thought, to be honest. I probably should. But yeah, under the impression that Canada or BC is doing pretty good, not so much. Yeah, unless you're in buses or things like that, maybe.
I think wearing a mask is important when you're inside, but when you're outside, I think it's okay.
Absolutely. It's a
Yes.
public safety thing. It's the least that we can do to keep everybody safe.
I think we're incredibly lucky to live here in the best province in Canada in terms of handling it. Yes, we should be doing everything we can.
Yes, absolutely. Because it's partly to be responsible for other people too, and partly I think it's safer.
Outside, I don't think it's necessary, but like when you go in a grocery store or something, yeah.
Yeah.
Or like if you're on the bus, like right beside people, then yeah.
I mean, it's like been shown to like decrease the spread, so it's really important that people keep on it and stay vigilant.
Back to March and April, the CDC announced that we don't need to wear masks at all because it's not helpful. But then up to May, the CDC announced that we should wear masks in public to slow down the spread of coronavirus. So how do you think about this one?
I do know about that, but I think that's a bit confusing because the number of cases was a lot higher at the time during April than it is now. So maybe I guess they're learning from other countries
Okay.
and enforcing that, but I actually did not know that that's what they had announced.
I think masks are important. I think we should do everything we can to be safe and just follow directions.
Science changes.
Yeah, I honestly, I would rather wear a piece of fabric and not be able to breathe comfortably than to get coronavirus or to have somebody I know be affected by it, or even somebody I don't know.
I also think it's very important to with the virus was new. We didn't know much about it, and it suddenly took off. And the thing is, science develops, and we realize some things work and some things don't. We're finding that with the drugs that we've said don't work, and then suddenly they do. It's not like the CDC is like planning to suddenly make us all wear masks. I think more likely there wasn't enough evidence to prove that masks do work, and now there was.
Well, I understand that things were just evolving and they didn't have all the information they do now.
I think like with any disease or with any like new thing that comes in our world, it takes a while to gather enough evidence and research to be able to make like valid recommendations. So either they were operating on what they knew at that time, or they were trying to like save resources for healthcare professionals who like really needed the masks at that time.
Yeah, I think the focus was to not get people to buy all the masks before the first line responders could get to them. So it was like essential that there was enough supplies for doctors and nurses and people that were really at risk.
Okay.
And once I think they knew that they had their supply secured, they could give everyone the recommendation to wear masks.
Do you think the US or Canada did a good job during this pandemic?
I think a pretty good job, because compared to I guess the US where it's spiked out of control, I think hospitals are capable of taking the people that do have corona here. So I think we haven't reached like a level where it's uncontrollable. So I do think we are doing a pretty good job here.
I think BC is good. Bonnie Henry is awesome. And yeah, I don't know about like Montreal, but like he is really good.
Well, the U.S. did a horrible job.
Yeah, still are doing a horrible
Yeah.
job.
I think like it's something new. Like nothing like this skill has happened before. So I think every country kind of just did what they knew how to do at the time, and everyone's learning. So it's not. I don't think anyone's really. I don't know. I think Canada did what they could with the resources that they had. Probably could have done better, but with every new thing, there's a learning experience, and at least we did better than America. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think this just goes to show that there has to be systems in place for this kind of thing, even if it doesn't happen all the time, because you just never know when it can happen. And it's good to have strong scientific leadership in government as well. Yeah.
So I'm American. I've got friends and family in America, and it's appalling. It's more than just the disease. It's a culture of anti-science and making health issues political, which they shouldn't be. Science should never be political. And BC has done a fantastic job with a government that cares and listens and would rather put science over their political issues, and I want to see the rest of the world follow in that, because we shouldn't have to have a political debate on whether the science is true, because the science is true. It's just a matter of whether you agree, not agree, but like, believe.
Like subscribe to it or not, right?
It shouldn't be something that you get to have an opinion on.
Yeah.
The science is facts.
Yeah.
And we need to recognize that specialists know more than people who aren't. And the attitude that you can not,
That you can opt out
do,
of science.
well, you can do
opt
some
out of
Googling
facts.
and find some alternate information, and suddenly you know more than people who have spent their entire careers in this is appalling to me. So I'm very happy that BC does not have that culture for the most part.
I mean, obviously there will be individual cases of people who
Of
don't
course,
believe that this
but
is real, but I hope that they
BC has one of the most competent governments in the world for handling it.